Yo, A Dot in the building. What's good with y'all, man? Got a video talking about home ownership and how home ownership is a little bit of a scam. Let's just get into it. I'll let her get into it, and I'll tell you what I know and what I think about it. Let's get it.
So my husband and I refinanced our mortgage today because interest rates dropped and it was enough to save us $300 a month. However, I have in my hands the amortization schedule, which is how long it's going to take us to pay off said mortgage and how much would go towards principal and interest each month. And I want to use this to talk to you about why home buying in America is an absolute scam and why this will be the last house we ever buy in this country. So just really quick facts, it's a standard 30-year mortgage. It's a VA loan, so I didn't have to put anything down in order to refinance, and I don't have to pay any mortgage insurance, which is what normal people have to pay when they don't put 20% down. But because we didn't put anything down, I went from owing $784,000 on my home back up to $795,000. But my original interest rate on this house was 6.2%, and now it is 5.6%. We are planning on selling this house when my husband retires in 4 years and exiting the U.S. So, of course, I was interested to see what will I owe at that time in 2030. And at that point in 2030, we will owe just under $750,000. So I will only have paid off $50,000 worth of my mortgage in the next 4 years. But the math ain't mathin' because my payment is $5,700 a month. $5,700 a month times 50 payments is $285,000. And if you look at the schedule, it tells you, oh yeah, you're financing $795,000, but if you kept this interest rate over 30 years, you're actually going to end up paying $1.6 million. But the biggest scam of all is how much interest they charge you the first year you own the house. And I have other videos on this. I've talked about it. Again, I put myself in this situation. It is what it is. The point is I'm calling out the banks because they are fucking ridiculous. First of all, when you come to closing, we bought $7,000 to closing. They make you pay.
All right, y'all. Let's get into this, man. I done heard enough of her. So, is owning a house a scam? I won't say it's a scam, but what I know. All right, so I was a licensed realtor, not realtor. You know what I'm saying? Realtor. Not realtors. No extra A in there, no extra letters. Realtor. For those people who don't know how to pronounce it and going to annoy me when they say it. So I was a realtor, and I did that because I love houses, bought a lot of properties and rented them out. Still own them. Had another one with somebody, program they had trying to, do business with black people. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother story. But yeah, I know a lot about real estate. I've been in it. Had another little small business dealing with real estate loans, and I was a licensed notary. Another business dealing with going door to door for banks, not door to door, but riding around for the banks, the insurance companies. I did this in conjunction with my real estate stuff, and you get to see that a lot of people that get these houses, they wind up foreclosing. You know what I'm saying? At some point, either they foreclose or they lose the houses to taxes. So I ain't gonna say it's a scam, but it's definitely something you really don't own, because you own your car. You ain't gotta pay taxes on your car. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You buy your boat, you ain't gotta pay taxes on your boat. You know what I'm saying? You buy your camper, no taxes. Now the land, always get the taxes. When you put the improvements on the land, make the taxes go higher, depending on how good and how much the improvements is worth combined with the land. You know what I'm saying? So that's where they get you at. Land by itself, ain't that bad. But once you start building that land up, you know what I'm saying? Put a house on there, swimming pool, apartment building behind the house, or you know what I'm saying, like a small little mom and pop suite, yeah, in-law suite. Yeah, them taxes gonna go up real nice, and depending on what county or township you in, they gonna go sky high through the roof. You feel me? But yeah, I wouldn't say it's a scam. I would definitely say it's something going on with it. Like I said, um, 30 years, right? So let's say the average person, right, get their house at 30. You know what I'm saying? By the time you pay that house off, without any hiccups, if you ain't get sick, no layoffs, you ain't behind, you ain't almost get short sold, or you ain't almost lose your house a couple times, meaning you behind, 30 years, you'll be 60, right? Let's be honest, man. How many people make it to 60 and not have some kind of sickness or something like that? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put no juju, so knock on wood. Yeah, knock on wood, man. We don't want nobody to get sick, but we just speaking facts. Um, a lot of people get sick, and that's just the average of them saying 30. So you got people getting them at 35, 40. You know, when I was selling houses, I seen people retire 55, getting 500,000, 600,000, $700,000 mortgages, almost a million. You know what I'm saying? I seen people getting damn near $2.7 million house. Oh, because the in-laws coming, so you know our 3,200 square foot home is not big enough. We now need 6,000. Okay. People look like they about 50, 55. You know what I'm saying? Older than my mom and pop. You know what I mean? Getting that house, and you know they want their in-laws. But the thing is, y'all gonna be in that crib and y'all gonna get old. Y'all already 55, 60 almost. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people get these houses, and granted, they might have had more money than the average person to put down because they selling a nice house, which they probably built up equity into. But most people gonna get their house around 35 to 50, man. So let's say you get that house at 40, 45, 50. Let's just say 45. 30 years, you 75. Most people by the time they 70, they trying to retire. They not gonna have that same kind of income coming in. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna lose the house to foreclosure. You're gonna have these scumbags out here that do the wholesaling trying to get the crib. That's a whole nother thing, man, because I don't even think wholesaling is ethical. But that's how they get their houses ran down. Somebody has some distress, you know, so they want to say, hey, Tom, you know, no, your mom and pop has passed, you know, you can't take care of the house. We'll buy the house for 10K. Knowing damn well they ain't buying a house for 10K. They gonna use the contract that they draw up and try to sell it to somebody for 25 and make money, not telling the people that they really could get 25. So I don't even really like that. But a lot of people gonna lose their houses. You know what I'm saying? If most people pass their houses down to their kids, a lot of people be better off, but that's not the case. So for all this so-called generational wealth everybody talking about, where is it at? Because generational wealth is usually built through a business or through a home, some kind of real estate. Most people not getting real estate passed down. People I know, you know what I'm saying, and I lived in the city, live in the suburbs. I know people that got money, people without it. Either or, from low to high class, whatever you want to call it, none of them is being passed down no real estate from their family. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fact. They just being passed down debt for the family. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. So buying a house, it could be a good thing if you get the right house, if you spending the right amount. These people buying a house for 795,000, at least that's what they owe. So like she said, the house was 84, 85. I don't know where they live. That's a lot of damn money for a house. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money. You know, sound like they living above their means because she said she got a VA loan. I'm guessing she in the military. Maybe he wasn't because military, unless you high rank, you're not really making that much money to be paying a $5,700 mortgage and still living comfortably. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest downfall. You know, I would take people out to see houses and they would have like a approval for 600,000. I'll never forget it. It was approved for 600,000. but the taxes on the house was so high, it knocked them out. You know what I'm saying? Like it knocked them out of that 600,000, which your mortgage would be allowed to be on a $600,000 house. They couldn't even get it. I was like, well, why do you want to live here so bad in this area? Oh, you just love the area. Mind you, wasn't from the area, none of that. Crazy. But yeah, man. Buying a house can be a good. Buying a condo or even still renting, stay in your means. That's the main problem. When you live above your means, at some point that egg is gonna crack. It's getting all them shatters in it. Egg is leaking out, and then it cracked. That's what usually happen to these people living above their means. They living above it. They doing it. They putting tape on it. Work overtime here, extra shift here, extra shift there, extra shift here. But when they tired or they get sick, something happen, that thing crack. They got to leave work for a month because something happened. They had to get a surgery, XYZ, ABC, car crash, whatever the case may be. That egg gonna crack. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and y'all know on this channel, man, I talk about money, talk about a lot of other stuff. But mainly, man, my focus is getting people financially literate, financial success. I built multiple businesses, making a ton of money. Like, things don't matter to me. Only helping people matter. You know what I mean? Once you make enough money to pay for anything you need and you can buy that abundantly, money really don't even matter. Only thing I care about money for now is to invest into new things to be able to get higher status in what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm at this level, 8 figures, I'm trying to get to 9, 10, 11. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. Just to be able to help more people and to get my exposure at a higher rate. You know what I'm saying? Or a higher exposure rate. Quicker, bigger, faster. You know what I'm saying? To be able to get my message out there, promote my school, help people. I mean, you see the name of the channel, World Changers Wealth Collective. I'm a world changer. I want to bridge the gap. I want to meet other people who want to change the world. Take the world changers and that wealth collective, bridge the gap. We together. Because a lot of people want to change the world. Like I know people talk about the billionaires, but they want to be them. Jeff Bezos, man, he be out there doing a lot of good stuff. Bill Gates be out there doing a lot of good stuff. Mark Zuckerberg, the guys who own Google, they do a lot of good stuff. But people don't talk about it because they only want to hear the negative stuff about people. You know what I'm saying? But these people donating a lot of stuff. They in Africa. They in a lot of other countries donating. You know what I'm saying? Indonesia. Like, I look up all that stuff, you know, because I love to see it. That stuff really make me go. Helping people. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, if you really ain't care, when you make money, you could just make money, sit back and go on vacation all the time. You know what I'm saying? Drinking, eating, and not care. But when you out here keep going and you keep trying to do more and more, people don't understand it with no money. They be like, oh, well, if you have money, why you want to sell a course or why you want to build a school? Because, like, people actually trying to accomplish things. This is how the world keep going forward. The phone I'm speaking on or the computer camera I'm using, the ring light, we don't know how to make this stuff. If it wasn't for people that wanted to keep going to help the world, we wouldn't have none of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got like 7 different screens in here. 4 phones, 3 TVs in the room, 2 computers, probably more than 7, 8, 9, whatever. I don't know how to make this stuff. I don't know how to fix it. But people want to keep the world going and making new things and helping people in a different way than I'm trying to help. That's what keeps the world going. These are the world changers, you know? And I want to bridge the gap with all that, you know what I'm saying? And real estate could be a good tool if you know how to use it, meaning staying in your means, not spending too much on the house, not becoming house poor, not having to do everything in your house because you can't even afford to go out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, video been almost 13, 14 minutes now. You know, I like to keep them in that range for now. But yeah, man, make sure y'all tap in, man. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. Hit that like button. It's free. Turn on them notifications. There's a little click on the left or the right. Watch a playlist, man. Got a lot of info, man. Here to help the world, man. Let's get it. We out.